Hello everybody and welcome to my timeline park. My name is Jason and this is my stage 7 submission for Deurklinks Timeline Contests. The stage takes place between the year 2004 and the year 2006, and in these 3 years obviously loads of things has happened. First off, this Zamperla Disc'O ride was added. It's called Albatossen and it's a wordplay on the bird albatross. And this giant bird ride was a lot of fun to all the guests. It's a spinning flat ride, and it was the first of its kind in Denmark actually. Right next to it there was also added a new café that replaced the Cirkus Grill. This is called Master Albers Køkken and Albers Kitchen, and obviously is also related to this ride. Next off, the year after, this lake was reused for a new boat ride. Here there used to be Duckweed boats, the original Duckweed boats back from stage 1. But now this ride has turned into Søløven, the sea lion, which is a gentle boat ride that takes you through all 7 continents in the world. Starts out here and with this randomly but beautifully themed station that takes you through Europe and through some sort of ice cave. I think that's the Arctic, I guess. Then you go through North America and South America and into this weird tunnel here that leads you out with a drop into Australia, further on to Asia, and finally Africa. And yeah, there's a lot of scenery that has been added to this ride. It's a quite fun ride for all ages to go through. And yeah, I tried to put in as many details as possible. I want to give out a huge shout out to this guy over here, who's called Bashy the Legend. He's standing here hacking vehicles, and that's because I've used his plugin a lot. It's called the Right Vehicle Editor, and without that plugin I couldn't have done half of the things I've made in this park at all. So a huge shout out to him. He is truly a legend. Then we move over here. In 2006 this new car ride was also added. It's called Leoparderne, also a wordplay on leopards. Just a simple little kiddie car ride where the kids can get their driver's license, just like the one that is up here actually. It's more or less the same, but with new cars and a new theme. It's also a pretty well themed ride, but yeah, nothing too special. Another shout out once again goes to Manticore. He's standing here skipping yet another ride. He also provided a very useful plugin that's called the Peep Editor. I think I mentioned it before, but I want to mention it again. I use this plugin so much, so thank you for that. Since the factory is now closed, the candy workshop has also been turned into a ice cream stall instead, the biggest ice cream stall in the park. And here you can get all sorts of ice cream, of course. The final ride that was added is up here. Sorry, it's a confusingly big park nowadays. Up here we have Kragtræerne, which means the crow trees, and this is a quite unique small drop ride. It's from a pretty unknown manufacturer called BonBon-Land, and I guess the park management, they must have visited the Tripsdrill before they added this ride, because you can find one similar to it in the German park, Tripsdrill, which also weirdly enough reminds me quite a bit of BonBon-Land. The final thing I want to show you here is a more tragic thing. You can see an ambulance here parked outside Hundeporte-Rutsjebanen, the dog part coaster, which is closed down. Yeah, there was a very unfortunate accident back in May 2006 where an 11-year-old kid jumped the fence and got hit by the vehicle. Unfortunately, he ended up dying, so this also marked a bit of a turning point in BonBon-Land's history, and yeah, let's just say it wasn't for the better. May he rest in peace. Yeah, that was very tragic. But yeah, that's actually more or less all I wanted to show you in this stage. I'm really satisfied with a lot of the rides. The only thing I'm not too satisfied with is this ride, because I would have loved to make it more realistic. In real life, the ride ends up here and it actually tilts out a bit before the final drop. But I'm not a wizard. I'm just a mediocre roller coaster tycoon player. So maybe someday I'll be able to recreate that. But that's it for now. See you in stage 8. Take care. Goodbye.